welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Hello, divine man, hello, divine woman. Welcome to the safe space where you can be your absolute best self while you focus on healing and living that life that you have desired oh so deeply. If you are new to this channel, if you are new to this series, or if you have not subscribed up until now, I'm going to ask you to pause for a second, go ahead and get that done, and let's go ahead and continue with part 2 of the layers. So if you have not listened to the previous chapter, or you kind of sort of forgot what was talked about, basically I was talking about the Shrek reference, of course, with us being like onions. We have layers to us as individuals, and as we focus on healing, there's a certain point where you need to socialize and you need to connect with other people to get to that part of you, that healing that you cannot experience by yourself. And so I was kind of just talking about my personal experience with that, just so we could be clear on what's going on. So again, with these series, I try not to be scripted or have a script. So I'm just gonna say what comes naturally. And so the reason why I wanted to talk about this personally is because like I've said several times, I am an emotional being. I am also an analytical being. If you've seen my shorts or listen to some of my videos, I've expressed in so many words that analyze things, right? And at times the analyzing turns into overthinking. And so I'm, as we speak, searching for that balance between overanalyzing, overthinking, to analyzing to have understanding, and thinking to be on the same page with whoever I'm dealing with. And so, but like I ain't trying to put all my business out there, but then again, I am the I am the I am, the subject matter on this. So, I'm the one that's being studied. Um, so I guess I'll say a little story. For some time, I've connected with individuals, and I notice within myself, my whole life actually, I've always had this "you don't care about me, I don't care about you" type of attitude. I've never really been a people pleaser in the common sense. I've always been the type, family, I want them to be proud of me, of course. But like anybody else, I don't really care. There have been a few experiences where I did, do like people pleasing actions. I think that probably is everybody, but for the most part, no. I'd be like, I ain't worried about you. So yeah, maybe in my younger years I did have a little bit of people pleasing, but it wasn't like crazy. It wasn't overdone. But I've always had that it's my way or the highway. It's I need things to be the way I need them to be for conditions to be just right. And so, you know, being completely transparent with myself first and foremost, and whoever's listening to this, I realized I have missed out on opportunities because of that. And it's, I can't really think of opportunities right now that I've missed out on, but I can say I have missed out on opportunities. And, for everybody else on the outside looking in, it's like, why you didn't do this? Why you didn't do that? And I'm like, no. Thinking about this out loud is making me think, though, that there's a very thin line between, having that mentality of these are my standards you better meet them versus having boundaries. I remember that there's this YouTuber named Hindz, and he made this video within the past 2-3 weeks, at the time of this recording at least, where he was talking about he was like, stop, the title of the video was like, stop tripping, love is around the corner, something like that. I don't know what happened, but I was going through some things and the video popped up and I watched it and I was like, oh yeah. But in the video, I can't forget this, he was saying how, you got to make sure that your boundaries are, you develop your boundaries in the place of, from a place of love and not trauma. And it's kind of hitting me a little different today. I did watch the video again this morning. Like, it was playing, but like, I just thought about that part. You gotta make sure that your boundaries are built on a place of love and not trauma. And honestly, anything could really count as trauma. I know for myself and a few other individuals where it's like they weren't happy with their family situations because they weren't, the way they receive love is not how they received it. So for example, I like to cuddle and hug and kiss and this and that. My family's Haitian, so whenever we're greeting, we're doing the whole kiss on the cheeks and this and that. So that's what I've grown up to. I'm used to, and so that like that's normal to me. That's what I'm used to. And there were times, I don't think in my childhood I really lacked it. I don't, not that I can think of right now, but as an adult, I kind of expect that. Where it's like, okay, and what, saying that, I'm like, I was, for the longest, I hear people say, with the love languages describe, your love language helps you. It's more so, your love language is what you did not receive as a child. But as a child, I did receive that. If anything, like too much from some people. And so, like, that's my love language. Anybody that I deal with, you best believe you about to get these hugs and these kisses, and I'm gonna just have my hands on you just because, like, cause that's what I'm used to. I'm fucking Haitian, dude. What you want me to do? So, for some reason, for a good little minute, I was like thinking I lacked it, but I really didn't. I know for, like, after certain things happened, I strayed away from it. I was like, I don't want nobody to touch me. But like, now that I've been focused on healing and everything, for some years I was out of touch with that. But now I'm like, I need that, like it's a requirement. And if I don't have it, I can't say that I'm going to feel comfortable within the connection, because like, that's how I communicate. I can't say that if you've listened to my chapters, sometimes I struggle with getting my words out. Okay. My brain is like split between two different languages and two other half languages I'm learning. And I can't always get the words out. Sometimes I gotta go around the whole world just to get to one point. That's how I communicate with words. But I feel with touch, I can give you, listen, if I touch you, and mind you, I don't just go around touching people. I'm very hesitant with people that touch me. So if somebody just come up to me and they try to touch me, it's no, we're not about to do that. But like, with somebody I love, dude, like, I'm gonna have my hands all on you. And if my hands aren't on you, there's a problem. There's a disconnect. And so for some time, when I wasn't in touch with that side of me because of experiences that I've had, I'm realizing that that was like some of the worst times of my life. In addition to other things that was happening, I wasn't able to truly express myself. So now, right, we fast forward to the present. I'm looking at so many different things, right? Uncovering the layers, like we talked about, where we're healing and we need other people to heal. And I think about this one connection and I'm like, why are things so hard? Things don't need to be so hard. And I've had this thought come up several times, but I'm like, nah, I think I'm probably overthinking it. But this chapter is making me realize that I'm not crazy. Like I said, for me to feel absolutely comfortable with you, we gotta touch, right? You feel me? I don't care if you think it's needy. Like, that's just how I communicate. Some people feel like they need to talk to assert dominance and do this and that. I'm good. I'm gonna sit there and listen. You do all the talking. You listen. You could talk from January 1st to December 31st. I don't really care. Do all the talking you need. Just give me a break in between. But for me to express myself to you, I grew up playing instruments like trombone, piano, but I stick to the piano now. And so I'm used to the physical. You know, I used to dance. I still dance every now and then, but it's not going on video. I use I use physical touch to express myself, to explore who I am, to explore my partner. And so this is literally the essence of who I am. And if I'm put in a position where I can't do that, how can I fully trust you when you're not allowing me to, just express myself freely? I say this because, like, not to put anybody on the spot, but like just because I'm trying to like sort through these thoughts, I met an individual who was not, or at least how I took it. Let me say that. Because I'm not going to say this is the person. Personally, I was under the impression that this individual does not like touch. So for me, that's a barrier. Like, I can't really tell you what I want to say, but my touch, like my touch is gonna let you know, not to say that I got the magic touch, even though I do, but like, like me caressing your face, or me giving you a kiss, or me giving you a hug, or me, like just being, just touching you, cuddling with you, sitting right up under you, not like a needy type of thing. You just gotta see it. That's how I express myself. You feel me? And so for so long, I'm like, why is this so hard? And I'm listening to that voice that I was pushing to the side for so long, and I'm acknowledging that that's really what it was for me. You know, um, it's like if you have a talker, right, and you tell that talker not to talk, how is that talker going to communicate? You're basically telling this person to shut up and just be there. And for me, that's how I felt. That's how I feel. You're telling me, like, at least this is how I took it. Let me say that. You're telling me not to be myself. You're telling me just to be here. And, saying that out loud, because I've never said this out loud. I've never talked about this with anybody. I'm starting to realize how everything is connected. And I must say, this is where the layers part comes in, because even this chapter right here, or the other chapters that I've put out this year, it's literally been my expression, my self-expression of experiences that I've had with other people. But the experiences, the healing that I've gotten from these experiences would not have happened had I not interacted with these people. So, I spent the time alone to get to the point where I could interact with others healthily. And now that that is done, I'm in a position where I can interact with others healthily. And I'm acknowledging that the ones where it's not so healthy, it's because there's things within me that have needed to be addressed. right? And the most challenging connections that I've had have come from people who have gotten closer than anybody else has gotten close to me. And so it's pulling me out of that comfort zone. It's pushing me out of that healing that I had reached not so long ago. And so to wrap this up, we're humans who are like onions and cakes. We're full of layers. As you focus on your healing, you're going to notice that different levels require different things. And as long as you're willing to do the work and understand that it's not going to be comfortable at all times, you can experience the best life possible. It is challenging. It is very fucking challenging. But when you get to that next level, you're going to look back and be proud of yourself for not giving up. So I'm sending you some love, light, and purpose. I will speak to you in the next chapter. Feel free to comment anything that comes to mind and stay blessed.